Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to take up the poem Our Tree by David Harmer. David Harmer is an American poet who has been very concerned with the conservation of trees. He has been working tirelessly for the conservation of trees, and we are going to take up the poem Our Tree. Now, children, before we start the poem, it's very important to understand the fact that the poem, whenever it is read, you have to first understand whether it is given in the form of couplet. I'm sure you can read the first two initial couplets, which clearly says that they are two liners after that again two liners. So it becomes couplet, right? And the word couplet comes from the word couple. I hope you understand that whenever we are talking about a couple, we mean to say two people, right? So couplet means two liners. So it's a poem which is given in the form of two lines, so it becomes a poetic couplet. Now let's start reading the poem. It takes so long for a tree to grow, so many years of pushing the sky. Long branches stretches the arms, reach out with their wooden fingers. Now, so many years of pushing the sky means it takes so much of time for a tree to grow. We have to put so much of effort, so much of water goes into it, the air, and the rest of the nutrients. And only then, by pushing the sky, means by pushing the sky upwards in a vertical way. Right? I hope you understand that when a tree grows, it grows in a vertical way. So we are sort of pushing the sky. And here the word pushing the sky does not carry its literal meaning, it carries its implied meaning. Something that should be understood, because English is written in this way only. No direct sentences you will ever find in English. So the phrase pushing the sky means that they are pushing or pushing the sky upwards in a vertical way so that the tree can grow properly. Long branches stretches the arms means the branches will grow horizontally. See, in the first couplet I told you that the tree grows vertically by pushing the sky, and in the second couplet I am telling you that the long branches stretches the arms horizontally. Whenever you see the branches growing, the branches grow horizontally, children, right? And here the arms and the fingers tell you about the branches and sub branches, right? Now we come on the next two couplets which say, years drift by, fall like leaves, from green to yellow and then back to green. Now from green to yellow and back to green tell you about the change of season. The way in autumn you see yellow leaves, and then again in the spring season you see the green leaves, right? So this couplet talks about the fact that the seasons keep on changing, the years keep on passing, and the tree keeps on growing. And that's why they want to convey you that trees take a long time to grow. Also, I would like to tell you that fall like leaves. So, ears have been compared to leaves. See, children, very clearly, ears have been compared to leaves. And that is why we have one poetic device here, which is simile. Which poetic device is here? Simile. Now, since my granddad was a boy and then before his father's father, this means that the boy here has an emotional investment. I would like to reiterate my statement that the poet is emotionally invested when he says that he is really fond of the tree because tree has been standing here since his granddad's time. Can you see the school going boy here? Can you see the picture? He is very fond of the tree, and the tree has been standing here since his granddad's time, or maybe before that also. And he has seen the tree growing in front of his eyes, and that's why he is emotionally connected to the poem. See, children, I know David Harmer has been a poet who has always been writing about nature-based poems, but you have to understand one more important fact over here, and that fact is that this poem is a nature-based poem, but this poem is also a poem which has got an emotional angle, right? Now, the third couplet or the third part that I would say says, there has been an elm outside the school, its shadow long across our playground. See, children, there has been an elm means there has been a tree, or he's talking about the same tree that you can see standing over here. This tree has been standing outside his school's courtyard, and the shadow of the tree falls on his playground, and he tries to recall all the memories that he always has while standing under the tree. That's why I keep on reiterating the statement that the child is emotionally connected to the tree. This is the main point over here, apart from the nature-based angle. Right, children? This is the main point here. Emotionally, he is so connected to the tree that he keeps on saying this fact that the tree has been standing there and the shadow can be felt in the playground. And the boy says this because he is emotionally invested in the tree and he is very fond of the tree. Children, till here, we have read almost 5 couplets. And in these 5 couplets, I would like to tell you that there are certain poetic devices being used. For example, the line that says that so many years of pushing the sky. Right, so here the comparison has been made with the sky in an indirect way. So we will say that we have metaphor here. What do we have here? Metaphor as a poetic device. Again, when I say that the long branches stretches the arms, so a comparison has been there between branches, right, and arms, and that's why I'll clearly say that metaphor has been used. Third place, when I say reach out with their wooden fingers, here again the comparison has been made. And when I say ears drift by fall like leaves, here the comparison has been made, but it's a simile because the word like comes here, right? Now we reach the last couplet, which says that today 3 men ripped it down, chopped it up. It took 10 minutes. See, children, there is one very important angle over here, and this is in fact the couplet that I'm very fond of. Here the poet, who is David Harmer, who is a school-going boy, whom we can clearly see in the picture. This boy says that 3 men came, ripped off, chopped off the tree, cut the tree because they are not emotionally invested in the tree. These 3 men. These 3 men are just the men who have come here and cut the tree because they have been given the task to cut the tree. Whereas the poet is emotionally connected to the tree. That's why he's feeling it. He's feeling so bad. And he's saying that it took only 10 minutes. So children, I hope you can understand the difference between the starting of the poem and the end of the poem. The starting of the poem says that it takes so long for a tree to grow. That means they are talking about the progress of the tree. They are going upwards. And towards the end of the towards the end of the poem, they are talking about the chopping off of tree. Right? So chopping off of tree, and initially we were talking about the growth of the tree. So I hope you can see that there are 2 contrary points here, 2 opposite points here. Right, children? And these 2 opposite points are known as antithesis. Although I'll just again say they are known as antithesis, but you are not going to write antithesis point over here in class 6. It was just for your extra information that I shared it with all of you. Now, I'll tell you one more thing, children. If you want question answers of our tree, you can let me know. You can message me. I'll give you the answers which are good ones.